Oh my gosh, you guys, my whole camera setup just fell just fell over. So we'll see if I take the time to edit these videos together into one, or if we just end up with a chop in the middle. Okay, so I was talking about the feet. So I'm gonna zoom myself in here. Oh my God, don't fall over again. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some feet. So the easiest way I've found for students to do this, if you're new to drawing, is on the inside, just go straight. Okay, go straight from the ankle. On the outside, go out. Okay. Then you can curve that part a little bit, and if you want to get a little fancy, we can scoop in a little bit right here, okay? And that's starting to give us a foot shape. Let me do it on the other side. Go straight down, go out on an angle, and then curve it a little bit and scoop in for the instep right there, okay? And that usually gives us something kind of foot-like, especially if you add a shoe. Okay, so here's a foot coming right towards us. Here's somebody wearing some sort of a platform. If you guys want to have some fun with this, feel free. I've got so many past drawings where I put whatever type of shoe on there. Maybe she's wearing some kind of a little bootie or something that sort of dips down in front. Although it's a little weird, she's basically not going to be wearing clothes except booties. But anyway, this should get you started. If you want her to be barefoot, we could put some toes in there just to suggest that we're looking straight on at a foot. Okay, let me take the booty away because I think I'm going to leave her barefoot. Now, just like we put those angled lines for the calves, if you want to get kind of nerdy about the ankles, you can put an angle going the other way. And that's going to help you remember that the inner ankle is higher than the outer ankle. Okay? It is nice to get the inner ankle. That inner ankle is a little more visible than the outer ankle. So you could definitely try to capture that when you do your drawings. When in doubt, guys, you've got reference photos too, so you can see what's going on with the anatomy. Okay, so let's go ahead and come back up. I need to sharpen my pencil. And let's work on let's go back up and we'll work on her torso. Not quite happy with this ankle though. Let me fix that. I'm gonna make it thinner. I'm gonna give her an ankle bone. Make sure her foot looks nice. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. All right. Now, we're gonna come back up. For the torso, let's go ahead and put her bust in place. The bust is gonna end, like the lowest part is gonna be right about here. It's a little lower than level 2. And I'll take a ruler if you guys want a measurement on that. I am about, yeah, 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch below level 2 we're going to put for the bottom of the bust. And what I'll do is draw in the bust. You got a couple of ways you can do this. If it makes you feel more comfortable placing the bust where it belongs, you could do some light circles. Sometimes I do it that way. More often these days, I just come from her armpit and I sort of wrap around, because with these models, we usually don't have them too busty. Now, can you make yours more busty? Yes, especially if you're doing plus size or something. But frequently we'll get a line underneath and we won't have as much of a line on top. In a minute, we're going to add in some shading. And we can definitely put shading to define the volume here. But for now, in terms of line work, I'm just going to wrap around underneath. If you did draw circles, I recommend you now erase away the top part of the circle and keep the bottom part. Okay, we're going to do with some arms, and then we'll do a little refining up here with collarbones and whatnot. For the arms, the elbows are going to be at the waist level, and if you stand up and drop your arms to your sides, you'll feel it. You'll feel that your elbows can kind of poke yourself in the waist. They basically land right there. So I'm going to say elbows at 3 also, okay? The lower arm and the upper arm are about the same length. So if you've defined your upper arm and I measure from the center to the center, that's about the same that I'm going to end up with down here. So there's my wrist. It'll probably be at kind of the low hip level. We'll do the same on the other side, and for this drawing, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to put her arms hanging down by her sides. To draw the arms, we're going to connect the shoulder oval down to the elbow, and they typically don't have a lot of contour here. It tends to be either somewhat straight or even concave slightly. You'll sometimes see a little dip in right there and then straight down. And then for the lower arm, I can do the inside too. This part is going to be tucked away behind her torso, so we're not going to try to connect that up there. That's kind of hidden by her body. Okay. For the lower arm, I find it's very helpful to give yourself an oval, just like we did on the lower leg, closer to the elbow. That will remind you to keep the thickness of the arm closer to the elbow and let it get thinner at the wrist, because these arms are definitely going to look a little funny if they stay the same thickness all the way down for this part of the arm. And we definitely don't want thick wrists. And you guys will see this if you look at reference photos. We can see that it's thicker here than down there when she's got her arm hanging to the side. Okay, you can see how thin that part is as well. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side, and then we got to talk hands, which is nobody's favorite part of the drawing. I don't mind doing hands now, but for a long time, it was not my favorite thing. I feel like when I'm in the classroom, I spend a lot of time on the days we do these figures just walking around and putting hands on people's drawings. I'm sorry I'm not with you guys to put hands on your drawings for you. All right, let's talk hands. Now, you guys have a handout on hands, and I pulled some textbook images of like